Welcome to King County at your service. I'm Jackie Oblau. In 2020, King County had the first COVID-19 death in the United States, but now the county has some of the lowest death rates of any large county in the nation. Why? Two remarkable public health leaders who cut through fear with hope and health.
In February of 2020, the first outbreak of COVID-19 in the United States began here at the Life Care Center in Kirkland. On February 29th, Washington State announced the first death from COVID-19 in the country at Evergreen Health in Kirkland. We were the national epicenter of a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. As a community, we braced for uncertainty and loss and grasped for something to hold on to. We found stability in two remarkable leaders, Public Health Director Patty Hayes and Public Health Officer Dr. Jeff Duchin. Together, they offered hope through rigorous prevention measures and cutting-edge responses. Director Hayes led with tenacity and compassion, a commitment to equity, and a passion for innovation. She managed one of the largest health departments in the country and took immediate action, setting up testing sites and contact tracing teams, creating partnerships to reach those with limited access to information and medical care, and establishing community vaccination sites to provide widespread availability of this life-saving vaccine.
Just like that, we're done.
Dr. Duchin brought an unparalleled depth of knowledge in epidemiology, having served on numerous local and national boards on infectious diseases and immunization. We knew we could look to him for guidance based on science. His calm, thoughtful presence provided not only reassurance, but regular updates on how to protect ourselves and our loved ones. It is not an exaggeration to say that they, along with their dedicated public health team, saved lives. With their leadership and the tireless work of the entire public health department, King County had one of the most effective responses in the country, keeping illness and death rates to some of the lowest among all major U.S. counties. For cutting through darkness and fear with health and hope, they and their team of public health professionals are being honored with the Martin Luther King Medal of Distinguished Service. It is a token of appreciation for their life-saving work during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Do you need assistance with a legal question? The King County Law Library provides legal materials, education, and services for free.
Hi, my name is Sean. I am on the 6th floor of the King County Courthouse in downtown Seattle. I'd love to introduce you to a little-known resource that you may find very helpful. You might be wondering, who actually uses a law library? Certainly, attorneys use the library, but I would say that a majority of our users are pro se patrons, that is, people who are representing themselves in a legal matter. Family law questions, probate questions, civil procedure questions. So we're here at the reference desk. That's Stephen there behind me. This is really the heart of what the library does, help you navigate all of the resources that are out there so you can find the answer to your specific legal question. We have two locations. We're here in downtown Seattle, but we also have a location in downtown Kent in the Mailing Regional Justice Center, which also has free parking. One of the more popular resources are the public computers, several machines that are dedicated to things such as Westlaw research and the use of support calc. We're actually working very hard to move as much of our content online as is possible. That includes making many of our titles available as ebooks. But sometimes business has to be conducted here in the courthouse. We have a number of conference rooms available for reservations. The law library is open to everyone. For attorneys, the library offers a paid legal research service. For pro se litigants, the law library puts on a number of workshops. We've created a lot of video content, a number of packets with forms and instructions. But we're really just scratching the surface here. If you'd like to learn more about the services that we offer here at the law library, please visit our website or come visit us in person.
Do you love to explore King County and Seattle? Well, one stop on your list should be the Wing Luke Museum in the International District.
This neighborhood is referred to as Chinatown, or the International District. Parts of it, Little Saigon, Manila Town, Nihon Machi, Japantown. It was all of those things. It was also an African American community. There was a Native American presence, an Italian American presence. This neighborhood has always been multi-ethnic, multiracial, multicultural. The community came together to create the Wing Luke Museum in this neighborhood. The museum was named after Wing Luke, who was an immigrant who came here and rose to political office as the first Asian American elected to the Seattle City Council in 1962. And he was very active in civil rights, supporting Native American fishing rights, open housing. Wing Luke was part of multicultural coalition building in a movement to address social inequality. We're living now through a time of great turmoil. People refer to it as a reckoning, inflection point, public safety, social justice, Black Lives Matter. I'm fascinated by the notion of making sure that all of this work is undergirded by an understanding that it's building on work that happened before. I remain optimistic, really because I see hope in the eyes of this next generation, who are as committed as my generation and the generations before to the idea of community-based solutions. After we make it through this pandemic period, people will want to return. And this will be one of the places that will provide that emotional and physical connection for people longing to come together to work to build a better community.
Do you have an upcoming interview or just looking for new clothes? Check out the free clothing shop in the Children and Family Justice Center.
Or a pantsuit, okay. I love putting colors together. This would work. I consider myself a clothing artist. Like I always say, if you look good, you feel good. I am the clothing shop coordinator and organizer and stylist. Hello.
We have clothes here for kids that maybe need an outfit for interview, or maybe to go to court, or maybe they just have a function, or you know what, maybe they just want a new outfit, and so they can come here.
Prefer short sleeves? I just like them to be excited. Yeah, this one or this one, okay. And like them to have passion for something. So what pants? There you go. And how about let's hook it up with maybe that. I get joy too in seeing a young lady or young man picking something that they really, really like and really, really want. And then maybe something for maybe a little colder weather, maybe something with a sweater, and to be able to come in here and get them at no cost.
The clothing shop is actually located at the Clark Children and Family Justice Center inside the Courts Resource Center. Sure, how can I help you? Young people can come and shop for free. We want it to feel like shopping. So when young people come in here, we want them to feel like they are actually in a clothing boutique and actually shopping for clothes.
Clothing, shoes, purses, ties, through those things, they get a sense of empowerment, self-esteem. Kids need to feel like they belong.
Anyone, a youth, a family, if they're looking for a job, they've got a brand new job, or they have an interview, or they just need clothes, we are able to outfit someone.
It's not only the matter of the clothing, it's the matter of the connecting. What's your favorite color? So with that and a white shirt and this over the white shirt with these slacks, you're set. People having a feeling of community. Oh yeah, we gotta get you some shoes to go with that. And a sense of belonging. Yeah, let's do this.
They've come in with ripped up shoes and left with brand new Jordans, and just to see the excitement in their eyes and just feeling hopeful and knowing that, you know, something better is coming.
Anyone can donate, and we have an area where we take the donations. Newer or gently handled items are appreciated, and I've even got the ironing board and the iron set back there in case I need to put a little iron on it. Thanks for coming. Come anytime.
A new trail is taking shape on the east side. A $7.5 million investment by Amazon will help King County complete 2 key segments of East Trail, including the historic Wilburton Trestle in Bellevue.
Once complete, East Trail will offer 42 miles of scenic, uninterrupted trail, all the way from Renton to Snohomish County with a spur into Redmond. Amazon's $7.5 million investment provides us with the funding we need to complete the $32 million project that will convert this historic trestle and the nearby Wilburton Trail segment into the newest additions to East Trail.
This is a huge connector. It's going to connect our neighborhoods to neighborhoods, our cities to cities, and our region to our downtowns. What a tremendous community asset this will be.
This trail is much more than just a means to get from point A to point B. It's really a linear park and green space, a habitat for wildlife, and a place where multi-generational families can take a stroll.
The transformed Wilburton Trestle, which will include viewing decks, will offer a spectacular view of the east side skyline.
Around 20 to 25% of Washingtonians don't have driver's licenses. Our transportation network must be safe and accessible for everyone.
I also want to thank all of the voters of King County that have consistently voted in favor of the King County Parks Levy, which is one of the critical resources that we need to make sure that we fund all of the regional trail system in addition to other parts of the King County Parks system.
So let's meet back here in a few years, same longitude, same latitude, but hopefully a little different altitude. To celebrate the grand opening. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
There's a new place to take in the beautiful views around Enumclaw, thanks to some selfless volunteers and a community determined to see history rise again.
I've been an Enumclaw resident for about 25 years and have been a frequent climber of Mount Peak.
It's a nice hike. I won't say it's easy, but it's a nice hike.
It's a little over a mile to come up. And as you move up the hill, you get into older and more established forest. About 5 years ago, a group of friends and I started talking about this project.
We were like, you know, there used to be a fire tower up there. What would it take to build another one? We hatched an idea to keep pursuing it in little baby steps.
You never know what you're getting into until you start it, and one thing leads to the next. It's kind of hard to believe that a little over 5 years ago this was just an idea, and today we're standing in a completed tower.
It was obvious to me this thing had legs from the beginning. This lookout tower allows us to remember our heritage. It's exactly where the other one was. It looks almost exactly like it.
The last tower was staffed here from 1950 to 1964, and it was decommissioned officially in 1966. This replica is essentially built further down the mountain, and over a 4-day period, all 6 parts of the tower were lifted into place with a Chinook helicopter.
The financing was, that's tricky. We've never done anything like this before.
Reagan Dunn was our District 9 rep. We met with him. He liked the idea. He helped us get some funding.
We were awarded grants from Washington State and then King County Parks.
I really like these kinds of recreational projects. The Mount Peak Lookout Tower is a special thing, and you get a real interesting view of southeast King County from that spot.
If you have a good idea and you think it would benefit a lot of people, don't be afraid to ask. Just keep looking for different avenues to how you're going to get your project done. And that's what we basically did, and it ultimately came to fruition.
Family can jump in the car with little kids and drive down there, take the hike up the trail and see what it was like back in the day.
A new street on Vashon Island honors an immigrant family that changed the island forever. Now you can take a stroll on Mukai Way.
The Mukai family created this strawberry farm and barreling plant, an innovative agricultural operation, but also a really important piece of Vashon in U.S. history. They were, like so many Japanese Americans, rounded up and sent away into exile in their own country during World War II, an outrage that we can't allow to be repeated. We're here renaming the street honorarily as Mukai Way. 2, 3, 4. Yay! Look at that.
B.D. Mukai is my great-grandfather, Masa Mukai is my grandfather, and Milton Mukai is my father. What it means to me is a great honor to have such acknowledgement for the hard work that my family has done in the past. We had the Friends of Mukai that fought so hard for the landmark, the house in the garden. And this was just the icing on top with the street name dedication to the Mukai family. I know that the landmark fought really hard for it, and I'm so proud of them for doing so and hanging in there. It means a lot to us.
Our work here to restore their legacy and to remind people with this street renaming is one way that we can make sure this never happens again.
Thanks for joining us for King County at your service. Visit us online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. See you next time.